Aloha, my beautiful souls. I'm Love Goddess, your spiritual advisor, healer, and shaman, and I am here with July 2019 monthly energy reading. So can you believe it's already July? Like, time has literally came and gone. They tell you all the time waits for no man, and it surely did not wait for me, and it's surely not waiting for you. But July is here, and it's going to be interesting. And I mean interesting. I guess I shall start with kind of the basics, but I don't know. I don't even know which way I want to start because July is going to be crazy. As you guys have already heard, we are getting ready for Mercury retrograde. So I'm going to rewind just a little bit and try to go in chronological order. But I know for a lot of people, the Mercury retrograde is the big thing, but I'll get to that later. But July 1st, we have Chiron going into retrograde. And Chiron is like our healer. That's the, it helps us with realizing what areas need to be healed and how we can heal, and that's going in retrograde. So things are kind of going to be stagnant or kind of take us back to the past, and it's important that we stay focused and we stay committed to our healing and our healing practices. Now on July 2nd, we have a new moon in Cancer, as well as a total solar eclipse. So these eclipses, as you know, the sun and the moon, they're crossing each other at the exact time. So this is going to be powerful because there's meaning balance is coming to our life, but as well as so many changes and transitionings are happening within our lives. It's like we are literally passing from one phase to the next phase, literally in the blink of an eye. And then on July 7th, that's when we have Mercury retrograde. But of course, we're already feeling the effects of Mercury retrograde. But when Mercury goes fully in retrograde on July 7th, oh baby, you can expect a flashback from the past. So exes, old feelings, old traumas, old pains, those, even old challenges, old lessons, those are coming back, because retrograde is a period of reflecting. Retrograde is a period of, review, a period of renewal as well. So you kind of want to accept that as part of your healing process. This Mercury retrograde, don't go at it like, oh, it's Mercury retrograde, it's about to be a whole horrible month, because this Mercury retrograde is from July 7th all the way up into July 31st. So pretty much the entire month of July we are in a period of reflection. So try not to look at it so negatively. Use it for your advantage. Like, what do you need to reflect on from your past to help you grow in your present moment and even in your future moments? So don't look at Mercury retrograde as such a negative aspect. Instead, see the beauty within it. Now we also have a full moon July the 16th in Capricorn, and that is also a partial lunar eclipse. And we having two eclipses, literally, it's like, wow, this is eclipse season. So this is the time and the period of major changes. So you definitely want to buckle up and get ready, because things are going to slow down and speed up. We're going to be taken back. But once this July 31st, once we're out of that Mercury retrograde, it's like we're not going to have that moment to where, okay, we pick up where we left off. No. It's going to skip us forward, So definitely try to keep moving it and don't become stagnant, pretty much. Do not become stagnant, because you definitely don't want to get lost in the sauce. That's just all I can say. But I'm interested to see what the cards has in store for us, because this is July. We have the 4th of July, which is about freedom, which is about independence. So you're definitely going to be experiencing some periods of that in independence, some periods of freedom. And then July is also the 7th month of the year. 7 deals with spirituality and perfection as well. We have 7 colors within the rainbow, 7 colors within the chakra, although there are more chakras than 7. There's 7 days a week. You know, so it's different things that 7 represent. And if you want to look further into that, you can definitely look up your numerology, and we will be breaking that down later in Love Goddess Healing. But as of now, I just want you to focus on 7 being the number of spirituality. So you definitely can expect some spiritual freedom. And you want, that's, to me, that's what spirituality is about. It's about freedom, especially in comparison to religion, where religion is pretty strict by the book. You know, religion is you do this, you live this way, you act this way, and spirituality is more of a quest of you searching for who you truly are and what you're called to do. So that's more freedom. So you're definitely going to be exploring some things this July. But I've done enough talking, so I'm going to go ahead and get into the cards and see what energies are in store for my beautiful souls this July 2019. So stay tuned. Alright, so we got the cards all shuffled and ready to go. But before we start, I would like to call on help. So I call on fire, earth, air, water, spirit, and ether. I call upon the Most High within me, Sahu. I call upon my angels, my ancestors, my wayshers, and my spirit guides, as well as my protectors. I pay homage to Papa Legba, who grants me access into the spiritual realms. Alright, so crowning your energy, you have consciousness. Now, ooh, and underneath that, you have inner truth. Ugh, don't even get me started, you guys. Alright, with this consciousness, this is you diving deep. This is you going to deeper levels of clarity, deeper levels of wisdom, as well as deeper levels of yourself. This is that third eye chakra. This is you really opening up and seeing what all you have in store for you. You know, I just called upon my higher self. This is you really accessing your higher self, accessing different facets within you so that you can see the truth. You can literally see past the bullshit and the cloudedness, and you can see the truth. And that's going to be very important, especially with this Mercury in retrograde. Now, we also have life purpose. Now, this life purpose goes hand in hand, because I told you, you know, that 7 is about spirituality. That 7 is about, you know, you perfecting you, pretty much. You aligning to you aligning to your purpose. You have this King of Cups as well. This King of Cups energy is talking about a balance of emotions. You coming into terms, you coming into flow with your own emotions. You learning the ebb and flow of your emotions. You know, you understanding, okay, this is why I'm upset. This is why I'm angry. This is why I'm happy. This is what makes me happy. This is what makes me angry. You know, and that is important as well. As we are stepping into this Mercury retrograde, you're going to get a lot of flashbacks, and you're going to have to be like, okay, I see why I act a certain way. I see why my emotions are like that during certain times, during certain peaks, and during certain flows. You know, I have a better understanding now, and that's truly what the Mercury retrograde is about. Ooh, you also have fearless self-love. So that's going to be your key this month. Loving yourself fearlessly. Not being afraid to show you, your true beauty, your true wisdom, your true power. And then you also have the Lotus Throne. It takes courage to trust your inner light, to ascend the throne of your own inner spiritual authority, especially if the light of others around you seem more powerful than your own at times. You are being asked to trust the light within. Above all, have faith in your own heart. Know that the divine dwells within, is always with you. So this is you trusting yourself. This is you having that fearless self-love for yourself. This is you getting to know yourself, awakening to yourself, and having the courage to trust yourself. Trust that you are on the right path. Trust that you are fulfilling your life purpose. All right, let's jump into some more of these. I want to get these to see what are the energies surrounding my beautiful souls this July 2019. What can they expect this month? What is in store for them this month? What do they need to know? You have an overflow of emotions coming to you this month with this Ace of Cups. Anything else? Ooh, you have this Four of Swords. So definitely a month of reflection. Definitely a period of rest and retreating. Ooh, you got this Tower card with this Ten of Swords, yo. I don't even know where I want to begin. This Tower card, this is things happen really, really fast. This is things coming to shake up your world, really knock you off your ground. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's to get you out of this. It's to get you from this death, from this ending, from this period of feeling stabbed in the back, from this period of feeling like everything is over. You know, I'm talking about like your life is over. Going into a period of resting, going to a period to where you're reflecting on your life, going to a period where you're in deep meditation or prayer, however, you know, you choose, whatever you choose. But with this Ace of Cups energy, this Tower energy, and this Ten of Swords energy, this is definitely talking about transitions from beginnings to endings. You got a beginning, middle, and end all right here. And I'm telling you right now, the beginning is going to be beautiful. The ending, the middle is going to be chaotic and confusing, but definitely necessary. And the ending is going to be an end. The ending is going to be you putting the past behind you, you putting the worst behind you, you getting to a period where this no longer exists. A period where you don't have to be fearful of whether or not you're going to get stabbed in the back. A period where you can recover. That's what this Four of Swords is also about. And look, you have the Emperor underneath. That's another four. Fours represents your angels here to support and protect you. Fours also talks about stability. So July is definitely going to be an interesting month. Beginning very emotional. Yeah, I see why the beginning is very emotional, because you got a lot going on, but you're going to have to most definitely stand your ground. Oh yeah, you got a lot going on in the beginning of the month. It's like those manifestations, those things that those seeds you've been planting, everything that you have been trying to manifest. Oh, it's coming, baby. Especially with this Eight of Wands. Now look here, you have two sevens. You have this Seven of Wands and this Seven of Pentacles. Spirituality. Now you also have this Hermit card here. Spirituality. This is you going within. This is you finding your inner light, and this is you shining your inner light. This is also about you reaching new heights. If you can't see, he's on a mountain. Sorry. He's on top of a mountain, on top of a cliff. He's at the very highest, at his highest spiritual level, shining his light upon his past. This Mercury retrograde is a blessing in disguise. You have this Wheel of Fortune in this World card. This Wheel of Fortune is telling you that the tables are turning, chapters are closing, new stories are being written. Then you also have this World card here talking about completion, talking about wholeness, talking about oneness. These are all the things you're going to expect in the beginning of this month. So definitely manifestations coming to you. Definitely higher wisdom, higher knowledge, and higher guidance coming to you. Definitely new beginnings. Definitely new chapters. Definitely completions, cycles ending, cycles closing, but definitely some blockages as well. All right, this Tower card, the middle of the month, what is that looking like? You got this Page of Pentacles. So definitely planting new seeds. So you know how sometimes when, not sometimes, all the times, I'm not the best gardener, you know, but I do a good job. I know how to keep a plant alive, and I know how to plant a plant, you know, and you have to break ground before you can even plant anything. So this is what this Tower energy is going to be about, especially in this middle of the month. It's going to be, you know, breaking ground, you getting rid of some things, you know, digging through that soil, that old ground, getting rid of the weeds, getting rid of any rocks that may be there, getting rid of any bad soil, so that you can get ready to plant these new seeds. Now you have quite a few cards here. Oof. But they're all beautiful. You know, you have this King of Swords card here that deals with what I was just talking about. You getting rid of some things that's not necessary. That's not going to be beneficial for what it is you're trying to grow, what it is that you're trying to manifest, what it is that you're trying to create. You know, but this King of Swords is also talking about being intellectual, using that intuition, using your clarity to know when is the perfect time to plant your seed, when is the perfect time to, you know, dig up your ground, because there's certain times where you can plant certain things. Now you also have this, I didn't know which one I wanted to go with. You also have this Knight of Swords talking about real fast, swift changes. Now for you to have this Knight of Swords with this Tower card, things are happening like this. Blink of an eye, changes real quick. Groundbreaking changes really, really quick, happening really, really fast. You know, this could be around that new moon and that eclipse season. Now you also have here this Seven of Cups. We're talking about these options. We're talking about these illusions, because you see it's cloudy. And if you notice here, you got clouds here, clouds here, clouds here, clouds here. You're going to have to definitely go within, tap into that consciousness, so that you can get a clear idea of what it is that you're trying to choose, what it is that you're trying to plant. Because you don't want to end up stabbed in the back. You don't want to end up misled. You don't want to choose the wrong thing. Now you also have here this Page of Wands talking about you stepping out on a new journey, on a new path, a path that is going to spark interest, that is going to spark a passion within you. But the thing about this Page of Wands is that it's just an explorer. You know, you're just exploring. You're not really out there testing the field. You're really not out there making major actions. You're just exploring it, you know. And that's good to explore, because as you explore, your passion deepens. You know, you'll be like, okay. And it probably even ties to with this Seven of Cups, because sometimes you gotta test certain things out and be like, nah, that wasn't the right one for me. Okay, no, that wasn't for me either. So sometimes you may have to explore certain things within your life before you decide and choose on it. But ultimately, you're going to choose victory. Ultimately, you're going to choose success. Ultimately, you're going to choose happiness with this Six of Wands and this Ten of Cups, which is speaking upon success, which is speaking upon blessings, which is speaking upon happiness, true happiness. You see the rainbow. You see the family. Happiness. So in the middle, yeah, it's still a little chaotic. But ultimately, you know what you're trying to choose. Ultimately, you know what cup it is that you want, and you're going to go for it. For the most part, most of you guys are. Some of you may still be a little scared to love yourself, and a little scared to speak up for what it is that you want. Because with this King of Swords energy, this King of Swords is also about communication. The Swords is communication cards. And the King of Swords has no problem speaking how they feel. That deals with that self-love. You have to be able to speak up for yourself. All right, let's see what this end of the month with this Ten of Swords is looking like. All right. Woo. Okay. I hear dogs. So, at the end of this month, you know, you have some beautiful cards here. You know, with this 10 of Swords, this completion energy, this is the worst is over. You know, this is, and it's perfect because, you know, we're coming out of that Mercury retrograde to where all that pain from the past, you know, we're getting over it, especially with this 4 of Swords energy. We're having a moment where we can rest. We're having a moment where we can reflect and see how this down period, see how this death actually saved us. Actually going deeper within it. Now you also have here this High Priestess. And High Priestess is big on the intuition. High Priestess is big on this clarity. You know, you trusting yourself, you trusting your intuition. It's also big on secrets and things like that. So I definitely see you taking a look at this 10 of Swords energy, which can be betrayal, which can be backstabbing, which can be, you know, the worst. I'm definitely seeing you taking time to go within and reflect, you using your intuition to see, okay, this is why this happened. This is why I'm at this ending. This is why I'm at this final stage in my life. And this is how I can use it to benefit. Because you have this 4 of Wands here. Talking about stability. That's 2 4s. Your angels are guiding and protecting you. You know? So it's like sometimes you have to come to this ending, this period of death. Because that's really what this card is death. Where you just laid down and you're dead. You've been stabbed so many times that you can't get up. But with this 4 of Wands energy, this is talking about a new beginning as well. It's talking about a stable beginning. It's talking about you setting solid foundations and solid ground so that you won't be in this period anymore, you know? And for a lot of people with this 10 of Swords, this is like you coming out of this dark night of a soul. I know for those who are familiar with it, you have already heard, you know, a lot of us are going to be going through another dark night of the soul. And these dark nights of the soul is here for a perfect reason. It's here for us to see just how bright we are, to see just how resilient we are. How we can just bounce back right after that, especially when we take the time to heal. So the end of the month, definitely take your time to heal. Let's see how we can heal. How can my beautiful souls heal this month? July 2019. Look, you guys, can't even fucking make that up. You literally saw it fly out. Third eye chakra. And then you have the throat chakra that wanted to say hi too. So definitely by speaking your truth and knowing your truth. If you don't know your truth, how can you speak your truth? And how can you live your truth? It's time for you to go deep. It's time for you to reflect. It's time for you to open up that third eye chakra. It's time for you to get in touch with your consciousness, your higher consciousness. It's time for you to get in touch with your higher self. Ultimately, I said 7th, this month is going to be about spiritual liberation, but, you know, you have to want to be free. You have to want to have that knowledge of self. If you don't want to have knowledge of self, then it's kind of pointless. You know, you kind of just repeating cycles. What is the overall outcome for my beautiful souls this July 2019? Look, came right back out, life purpose, and then you have law of attracting, law of attraction. So this is, the outcome is you attracting everything that it is that you want. The outcome is you being brave enough to attract the things that it is that you want. The outcome is you being brave and strong enough and fearless enough to go through the healing necessary to attract the things that you want. Because yeah, you can sit here and say, I'm trying to attract abundance to my life, but if you're not living abundantly and if you're not healing certain areas within you that are blocking your abundance, then you're just going to be speaking pointless affirmations. Because what's the point of speaking it if you're not going to be living it, if you're not going to put forth the action to go after those things? All right, my beautiful souls, that is July's reading. Stay true to who you are. Go deeper within yourself. Take time to meditate or pray, whatever your preference is. But make sure you're taking time to go within, because that's where the answers are. That's where your light is. That's where you're going to get your guidance, and that's where you're going to get your clarity. All right, my beautiful souls, sending lots of love and healing energy your way. See you at the top. Bye.